Control is Anton Corbijn's highly stylised and emotional retelling of Ian Curtis's life in the early days of Joy Division. The film is a morose and raw biopic, drawing heavy inspiration from Deborah Curtis's Touching from Distance, her book which recounts her relationship and life with Ian. Corbijn, who is more known as a photographer, took this as his directorial debut as he worked with Ian and Joy Division in the past and believed he was the right person to make it. The film, entirely shot in black and white, is an interesting landmark in the biopic genre, weaving its style and direction in tandem with the subject's own style. And as previously mentioned, Corbijn was primarily a photographer, and during the making of the film shot many photos from behind the scenes, which eventually became In Control. I recently was gifted this book and decided to draw inspiration from it and the film to try and recreate some stills and scenes as best as I could. So without further ado, this is Harry Indiana's In Control. So after we arrived to our first location, I met up with Micheal, who you might remember from previous shoots, and I showed him through the book just so he could get the general vibe and general look of what we were going for. And after that we started to wander around workshop to see what kind of shots we could recreate first. The first shot we decided to recreate was this one from the book of Sam Riley, who plays Ian Curtis, with his jacket up and his sunglasses on behind the scenes. I didn't want this full video just to be me recreating exact shots and scenes from the book and film, so for a couple of them we decided that we'd draw some inspiration and see if we could kind of achieve the atmosphere of the film and the book, like this next shot. And I think we did a pretty good job. I really like this one, and I was really careful setting up the scene as to exclude this building sign in the corner so that we still had that Manchester and Macclesfield in the 80s look to the photo. After recreating those scenes, we decided to head into the park to try and get this shot from the book. And I think it came out really nicely. And as a bit of a tongue-in-cheek reference, the book that Micheal's holding is the very same that Corbijn made. What are you reading there, Micheal?
In Control.
After heading out of the workshop and into the more sort of rural areas around, we ended up passing this church which reminded me of the wedding scene from the book, so we decided to stop off here and take two quick portraits. This second one I think is incredible. I think it came out so nicely and really matches the vibe and the colour profile of the film. I really like the church in the background as sort of a subtle nod to that scene without it being a direct rip-off, and I think Micheal's expression here is pretty much spot on for what we were going for. So we've arrived at a town in the middle of nowhere. I've loaded up the HP5 into the RB67. Got about 6 frames left on the contacts. There's a car passing. So yeah, we'll go shoot some medium format. After a couple shots in that village, we decided to stray even further outwards and head into some fields nearby, and this is where we really hit our stride. We started with these two stunning full body portraits of Micheal, one with his back facing and then one with his front facing. Both of which ended up coming out incredibly. The detail in them is just unmatched, and I think they really embody the vibe that we were going for. And I think they could be pretty seamlessly included within the book or the film, which is ideally what we're going for here. Okay, so we're at maybe our third location from the day. We've stopped off on like a country road, there's nothing around, so we're just going to take some more pictures. We've just started shooting 120, just taking some full body portraits, and yeah, let's continue. But I think this shot is my personal standout from the day and my favourite from this roll. I think it embodies that kind of isolated feeling that a lot of the photography around Ian Curtis has. It's moody, it's grainy, and it's pretty much exactly what we were going for. So it's pretty much perfect. With time running out and still a couple frames left to get, we decided to head down to this small dam and decided to recreate this shot from the book. These also came out really great. I think I prefer the former, but the latter does have a more similar expression to the one that Sam has in the book. This one on the RB came out beautifully, and I think it really shows the beauty of medium format with that really nice soft shallow depth of field. Also, this next image I wouldn't normally have taken, but I'm really glad that I did do. The lines all seem to bend inwards towards the camera, but with Micheal's positioning slightly off, I think it all works together really nicely, and I'm pretty surprised that I ended up liking it, because I don't like a lot of my landscape medium format work. And with that last photo taken, that was a wrap on the day. It was a really interesting challenge to try and put myself out of my comfort zone and recreate these shots from the book and the film, whilst also trying to create my own independent thing where I was drawing inspiration from those and creating new scenes. But in my opinion, they all came out really, really well, and I was really happy to see not only the exact recreations come out nicely, but the inspiration ones still fitting in within that catalogue of images I've shown. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below and how you think I did replicating the look and feel of the book and film. If you enjoyed this video, drop it a like, and if you'd like to see more of my photography, please consider subscribing. Thank you for watching.